Hi people, today we're going to be talking about this book, and believe it or not, it's the third time that I'm trying to make the review because I want to say so many things about it that I get carried away. As you can see, it's Amari and the Night Brothers by B.B. Alston, and this edition it's completely amazing. As you can see, it has all these, and even the little pieces of glass really stand out. And it's an amazing edition with silvery spray edges, and when you remove the cover, you also have this starry night sky that I'm going to show you. That's so amazing. I love this edition. Let's say this book it's middle grade, but it reads like very mature middle grade. It's an amazing book. I mean, if you read young adult or similar books, you're going to love this one. And as a curiosity, this is our main character, Amari. And B.B. Alston said that when he created the world, this main character popped into his head, but he wasn't sure if a book narrated by a black person and a woman at that will do well. So he tried to change Amari and turn her into a white guy, but it didn't flow. So he, and Amari keep on screaming, "It's my story, I want to be on it," and ta-da! Yeah, she made it, and I'm so happy that she did, because Amari is an amazing character. I love how strong she is and how far she goes from the beginning of the book to the ending. I don't want to talk much about the plot of the book because it's an amazing, for me it was like an amazing ride, an amazing surprise. Just let's say that Amari goes to this school where she's picked on because she's black. She attends the school with a scholarship, and also she lives in a part of the city where the poor people live. So the other kids at the school pick on her because, you don't belong here, and they judge her for her skin color or the place where she comes from, and she never gets the chance to say, hey, judge me for who I am, not what I look like or where I come from or whatever. And there's a lot of, she's in a school, and suddenly her brother has gone missing, and there is this girl who goes to her and say, hey, your brother is dead, and then she pushes her and Amari gets expelled, and it's like so unjust. But sadly, this is something that happens when you look a certain way, or you dress a certain way, or your skin is a certain color, or you come from a place with less money or less resources, you are more easily pick upon. So yeah, when she's at home, she's thinking that's the worst day ever, and then she receives a parcel that's sent to her by her brother. So, she gets, it's crazy, and I'm not going to tell what's inside the parcel. You have to read that part, because for me it was very touching, and I loved that part. But let's say that her missing brother, Quinton, has sent her like this sort of invitee to attend this magical school, which is amazing. And you can think, okay, but I have read books with similar things. Yeah, but no. Yeah, we have seen magical schools where they train spies or they train magicians, but this one, the one that B.B. Alston created, for me, it's completely different. I love how the school is managed, how the staff works, the elevators are amazing, and there is a lot of stuff here that are amazing. And you have the kids, all of them have this magical ability, like super luck, or the ability of creating amazing things, or whatever. And when Amari goes to the crystal ball and puts her hand to know what her superpower is, it turns out that she's a magician. And you will say, hey, look at her. No, magicians are hated in this school, and you will have to read the book to know why. So again, she is singled out as you don't belong here. So it's like poor Amari, wherever she goes, she's judged by things that she cannot control. And I love this idea that in the book, she is told that it doesn't matter what other people see when they look at her. She has to be her own person. She has to keep doing things her own way to prove the other people wrong. And I love to read this powerful message because, when you're young and you're growing up and you're singled out and you're judged by things that you cannot help, maybe if your parents don't have money, or your skin color, or the way you dress, or who you like, or whatever. I think it's a very neat idea that remember that what matters is who you are inside, and that you should have the chance to prove yourself, and that you have to, even if it blows into your face more than once, you have to keep saying, hey, this is me, and I have every right to be here, and I'm going to remain here. And I love how Amari comes from being this girl who, she's always picked upon and she's always criticized. And I love how she decides, okay, I belong here. I have the same right to be here than you do. And I'm going to prove all of you who say that I don't belong. I'm going to prove you are wrong and I belong. And I love that. I love when she comes to that assumption and she says, okay, I'm going to show you that I belong here. And also she wants to be inside this school because Quinton, her brother, the one that's missing, went to this school. So she thinks that if she's inside, she has more chances to try and find out what happened to him. And also when she's in the school, she discovers that her brother was kind of the sensation of the school. And when he went missing with another person. So yeah, there's going to be lots of things going on. And also I love that Amari's best friend, it's like a weredragon, this girl called Elsie, she's amazing, and she has brains that are just, she's so smart and she's so wonderful, and she can create anything from scratch, and she creates amazing inventions, and I love Elsie to bits. And she's also going to be partnering with Dylan. Dylan comes from one of the powerful families, one of the founders' families, if you want, Dylan Van Helsing. Yeah, we are going to learn about the Van Helsing too, and the vampires and things. It's going to be amazing. And yeah, I love all these relationships that Amari is going to create with the different characters, even the professors and all of that. And I love how strong she is, despite the fact that everyone is trying to tell her if she is worthy or not. And I love, there's this moment in which she discovers that she's a magician, and everyone is like, oh no, you're one of the bad guys. And there comes this I think it was Magnus, that comes to her and says, you deserve to be here, you have to prove them all wrong. That magicians aren't bad because they are born magicians. It's what you do with your abilities and your powers and, and with yourself that makes you good or bad. And Amari says, yeah, I know, I'm going to stay, I'm going to show them that I can be good. It doesn't matter if I am a magician, I can be good. And I love how Magnus says to her, okay, but you are going to be judged because of what you are, how you look like. And she's like, I have been judged all my life. It really makes you think about, white privilege, how other people from other cultures and other races are treated, and it makes you really think twice. And I love that we have this fantasy book that's criticizing the ways in which society works, the way in which a poor girl has spent all her life being followed when she goes inside the stores because she looks different, or she has been picked upon because her skin it's not white, or she has been judged because she comes from a poor place or doesn't have as many resources as the rest of the people have. And for me, that it's amazing to find this kind of things, because it means like that we have like next generations reading this kind of things and thinking and questioning themselves and saying, okay, I'm part of the problem, I'm part of the solution, and I love it. There's so many things that I could say about this book, because I really, really, really did love this one. The characters, as I say, are completely amazing, very fleshed out. I could believe that Amari was really alive and sitting next to me, and that I was with her just trying to discover what happened to her brother, and also trying to fit in this society that keeps singling people out just because of stupid reasons. I'm sorry for that word. And I did love the story. I wasn't expecting some of the turns it took. It was like, what? It's amazing. I love this idea of the tryouts, where the different kids, when they enroll into one of the faculties, Amari wants to be a special agent because her brother was, and I love that she has to show her abilities on those tryouts. And I love there is the stun guns or stun kicks, I don't remember the name exactly, because there's funny things thrown inside this book also, as well as the elevators on the building, and that's amazing. And I think that B.B. Alston has this mind for creating wonderful things. This book was sweet, was amazing, I just couldn't put it down because I wanted to know what was going to happen. You have this bad guy who you want to know more about him because he is very, I don't know the word, but you can empathize with him a lot. And I really love everything about this book. I mean, I love the story, the plot, the way in which it's written. I love the characters. I love the the criticism of society. I love this idea of finding your own family. You can have your own blood family. Amari has a great relationship with her brother and with her mom, but I love that she finds her own people when she's at this school, and that, you know, that she's stronger because she has people who she cares about and care about her. And yeah, there's lots of things that I love about this book, and I'm going to shut up because this review is going to be ending like 20 minutes long. So if you want a surprise, if you want a book that's going to transport you to a magical world where you will want to stay and follow Amari around and discover things, just pick this one because it's amazing. Thank you for watching. Bye.